Hello team, welcome to another ATP Geopolitics video with myself, Jonathan MS Pierce. This is, I guess, is a breaking news update. I mean, this video has just broken onto the socials. And it's a worrying video in terms of what the Russians are able to achieve now. So the news is in Chernihiv Oblast, an upgraded Shahed drone or upgraded Shahed drones struck a Ukrainian fuel train as the tech revolution never stops during Russia's war, says a Euromaidan press. The latest Shahed variant carries night vision cameras and radio control, allowing operators to attack from distances of 200 kilometers, according to Serhiy Stenenko. This is a real worry. Let's have a look at the night vision camera on the Shahed, and this of course makes Shaheds like FPV drones now. So you've got cameras. It used to be, as I would understand it, that Shahed drones would be set on a course, and that you would fly them. You set the course, and then they'd go and fly that, and then they'd be hit in different ways, and they'd adapt the flight paths and height and whatnot. But now it appears that being able to use cameras on board, and here night vision camera, you can actually steer the Shahed drone and treat it like an FPV drone. That's my understanding. I could be wrong here. This is a video that supposedly shows the train, the locomotive, and it's a bit difficult to work out exactly what's going on here, other than there are some searchlights, it appears, hunting out the drone. So here is a drone exploding, one presumes, on a train, and then another drone spotting for that first drone. It's a bit confusing as to exactly what's going on here. That certainly looks like a railway. I'm not quite sure what all those light patches are though, so it's all a bit confusing. It's certainly worrying that they are using, it appears, Shahed drones like FPV drones. A new modification says Max 25 of the Shahed with a night camera has hit a moving train for the first time in Chernihiv region. First, the drone hit the locomotive, which stopped the entire train, and then drones began to strike other cars in the train, and that's possibly what those bright patches are of, I presume. And you can see that there are various drones there. Yeah, bright patches here. Does that look like fire and heat? It certainly does to me. Now, during the attack, Shaheds also came dangerously close to air defense helicopters. Despite Russian claims that the tanks were hit, the Chernihiv prosecutor's office showed a photo of the car, of the hit car with grain. I mean, that could, in fact, oops, yeah, typical. In fact, if you had oil in fuel cars, I think you would just have massive flames going off at the fuel car. This could be, I don't know, burning grain that's been thrown. I don't know that this does suggest a train with lots of fuel cars has been hit, but nonetheless, yeah, it is a dangerous situation where you can use Shahed drones with pretty sizable warheads on. Is it 90 kilograms now? Being able to fly as FPV drones up to 200 kilometers. I guess anything over 200 kilometers and you lose the visuals. So it could be that, then a drone would have to go on its pre-arranged path. And they might use a variety of different techniques to navigate around, such as using SIM cards in them to triangulate off the mobile phone mast. We know that the Ukrainians were having some success in spoofing them by changing the mobile phone mast codes and whatnot. So you'd think a mast was here, but it's actually over there, and then that would send it right off course. Yeah, I don't know. The details are thin on the ground here. I'm sure more will come out, but this is yet another concern for the Ukrainians. The Russians are, they are adapting. It's not as if the Russians are sitting back doing nothing. Sometimes we can fall into the trap of thinking the Russians aren't quite as adept at innovating and designing, really dangerous things. And it looks like they have done a good job here with adapting the Shaheds. Let me know what you think. Take care. Speak soon.